I use some of the names, like I use people's names that I know for sure. And some of the people that are buying the book are probably going to have a chuckle because I use some names of people that we went to high school with and stuff. So I'm going to, for certain, have that. But as far as the personalities, no, it wasn't anything like that. There isn't any characters that I based anybody off of. I just kind of wanted it to be, I wanted it to feel like you feel when you're that age. That was the biggest thing for me, is like thinking back on how I was when I was 14 or 15, where you're at that age where you're so insecure about everything and you're so unsure about everything. You haven't really developed a real sense of confidence that you get as you get older, where you really feel much more comfortable in your skin and you know what you're all about. When you're 13, 14, 15, those years they can be pretty bumpy years for people. You're trying to negotiate your way through, not getting embarrassed in front of your peers, and trying to find a girl that likes you, or trying to just get through the awkward years of developing, and embarrassing. You're gonna do embarrassing things and stuff. Everybody can think back to the high school years and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. I don't even like to think about it. It's so cringeworthy. So I wanted to tap into that, and I wanted the characters, through the experience that they had here. It wasn't just a horror story. I wanted them to have, character arc, where they really learn a lot about themselves and about friendship and about standing up for themselves and standing up for what's right, and having the guts to do that. And, sometimes it takes a long time for that to develop, especially when you're that young and you're in your formative years. It's hard to assert yourself as much as as when you get older. And so, I think the characters in it end up really having a lot of arc. They end up developing. By the end of it, they're different. They're very different, and you can see it when you're reading it. And you can see it in the way that they interact with each other, the things that they say, and just you just know it from what they went through. I liked that part. That was a big part for me. There's a cute little love story in there. It doesn't end with them, swirling in a kiss under the moon or anything like that. But it's a fun, love story crush that one of the boys has on the girls. I think it came together nicely. I was happy with that aspect of the book for sure.